Once you've done some research on a famous or not so famous woman in computing, you're ready to create your poster. The purpose of the poster is to form part of an exhibition. So we'll be inviting other students and parents to come up into the realm, and we'll have posters all over the realm with famous women in computing, and we're going to show off some of the apps, like the self-marking quiz that we create using Excels. So how do you complete this poster? Well, if you go to Teams and you go to Assignments, under WordWarrior 1, you'll see the description of what it is that you have to do. There's a YouTube video helping you to use the search engine better, and if you click on where it says Document 14, very curiously named, when you click that open, you can start working on this document by clicking Edit Document, and you can either make quick changes in Word or you can open the desktop app. Now, I don't think you're really going to be able to make a poster with using the cloud version, the Office 365 version, if you just go Edit to make quick changes. So I would click on Open in Desktop App. What happens is it opens up on your computer, takes a moment or two, and here's the actual file. And let's go over a couple of the things that you might want to use while working with a poster. So one thing I like to do, I like to go view one page so that I see my whole page. If I click on Design, I can change the color of the page. And I might want sort of thattish color. And you can do page borders. So I could change it to something like that, for example. Or you could have no page borders if you want. Back on the Home tab, you can start typing in text, or you can use text boxes to put your text in. So let's say I want to just type in some text. I go and I center it nicely. I want it nice and big. So this is going to be the name of the woman. I'm going to make it bold, and obviously I can change the font face, maybe County Stout or something. And the woman in computing I'm going to look at it is Jane McGonigal. And you can see it's a bit too big. So I can just go and change the size a little bit. There we go, I think that's quite nice. Probably a good idea to have a picture of her hair. So I could go Insert Pictures and then go Online Pictures. And this uses the Bing search engine, which is Microsoft's search engine. I'm going to look for pictures of Jane McGonigal, I think. And I go Enter. It says something went wrong. Okay, when you click Creative Commons, then you know that the pictures you've got copyright, you've got permission to use those pictures. So something went wrong there. That often happens. So I can look now in my computer to find a picture, and I go from this device and I go and find a picture of her. I'm going to pause, download a picture, and then upload it. So I place the picture in my Downloads folder. I just click it open, and here's the picture. When you clicked on the picture, you'll notice there's a little rectangle on the right hand side for layout options. And at the moment I can't move the picture anywhere. So I click on that and I just give it text wrapping. So with text wrapping, I usually use something like tight. And once you've done that, you can move the picture around and you can position it. Okay, so make it a little bit smaller, put it in the center, let's say. And then I want some facts about Jane McGonigal. Actually, you know what, with that kind of picture, maybe I should change the font color to white, and on my Design tab, I'm going to change the background color to black. I think that looks like a kind of hyper. Okay, insert text box, for example. If I want a text box, and I go Draw Text Box, and I click one open, I can then put in some facts about her. So you probably want about 2 or 3 facts about Jane McGonigal. So she's a games designer. Okay, well let me give this text wrapping so that I can move my text box around. So I'm going to put the text box there. Obviously the text is too small. So I select it, I go back on the Home tab, and I make it bigger. I want to align it to the center, so I go to my paragraph alignment over there. And in the text box, if you clicked on the line of the text box, when you go to Shape Format, you can give it a fill color. So I could go in and put an orange color and a shape outline. So I could put a green outline. I could change the weight of the outline, or I could make it a kind of wavy design like that. So the fill is the color inside the text box, the outline is the line around it. I think that looks quite neat. If I quite like the design of that text box, I could select it with my mouse, go Control-C to copy it, that's a shortcut for copying, and Control-V to paste it. And then I can use that to move that around. So she's a game designer. What else has she done? Well, her biggest game was called, she's into alternate reality games. So I could put that as a fun fact about her. And I could go and collect another full fact. One of her big games was called Trouble with Oil. Or was it The Trouble with Bees? She did one about disappearing bees. She did one about a world without oil. I think it's a world without oil. I think it's The Trouble with Bees. That was one of her famous games. She did another one, I think, called Better Mind. She got concussion, and in hospital she worked on designing a game which would help her get better. And that's since been marketed, and apparently it's helped a lot of people in a similar position. So I can put these down and position them neatly on the screen as some kind of step. So you get the idea. You create a little poster with fun facts about that person, and she's a famous woman in computing. Once you've saved your poster, remember that you open it up in Teams. So the autosave is on, and it says saving. So I've got to wait until it says saved. It now says saved, so the document is saved. So I can go and click the X in the corner to close it. Do you want to keep the last item you copied? No, I don't need that text box. So now it says, all done, you can close this file now. So I close the file, and if I look in my document, I can see that here's my poster. Now, it might not look exactly the same. This is just a preview, and if your document doesn't show all the features that you created, then don't worry, because what's on Teams is just a preview. What I do when I mark it is I click Edit Document, I open in the desktop app, and I see the desktop version that you created. So once you've done that, you should have a little button on the right-hand side here saying Turn In, and you click it in to turn in your assignment. Well done, you've completed your first IT assignment for the year.